You've got to be a little bit selfish sometimes, guys. You've got to make time for yourself, because if you just sacrifice absolutely everything else and you're feeling like your life is literally getting away from you, you're not going to be happy. This is me in November 2020. One of the best lifts of my life, caught on camera to live forever in infamy. This is me 1 year later.
It's all over my hand, this is hanging. It's all up your back.
Now let's be honest, guys, having a kid may not necessarily be the thing that derails your fitness journey. For most people, it might just be that final nail in the coffin of a fitness journey that was long on its last legs anyway. Good news, my fitness friends, because Bobby is here today to tell you that it doesn't need to be that way. And in this video, I'm going to give you 3 pieces of fitness advice that can help you push through that transition period and become the fit, jacked, sexy dad that your children, and more importantly your wife, always dreamed you could be. Little disclaimer before we start, my friends, these are all mindset based. I'm not here to lie to you and say that if you eat a bowl of dog food before your wife wakes up in the morning, it's going to give you the energy and the protein to stay jacked all year round, because that just ain't true. What I'm hoping is that 1, 2, or all 3 pieces of these advice might light a little bit of a fire in your belly, get you back in the gym and get you back to where you were before the little demon was born. Now I'm just joking, it's not a demon. Beautiful gift from God. So number 1, my friends, I am going to tell you this. It doesn't have to be the end just because you have a child. If you already have a solid muscular foundation, it is easy to tweak your training program in order to aim more at maintenance. Realistically, you could easily decrease your workload. You could go to the gym less often, you could train less intensely, and you can still maintain the muscle you have. Just because you're not pushing out PRs 2-3 times a week doesn't mean your muscle's going to suddenly shrivel away and you're going to be a skinny little rat by the end of the week. Get yourself into the gym 2-3 times a week, hit the full body, focus on the compound movements, and eat sufficiently. You're going to be able to maintain the physique you've got whilst you're going through this crazy transition period of not being a dad to suddenly being a dad and being responsible for an entire life in your hands. Piece of advice number 2, guys, piggybacking off number 1, is that there inevitably is going to be a drop-off in your performance. It is inevitable, and it might not be just because you can't go to the gym for as long or as often as you could before. More likely it's going to be because your variables that you may previously have optimized, your sleep, your nutrition, your recovery, etc., are all about to go out of the window. You might head to bed at 9 o'clock at night one night thinking the baby's asleep, time to get a good night's sleep, and then suddenly 15 minutes later the baby's awake, no sleep until 4 in the morning. You've got to be up for 5 to hit the gym. You feel like shit, but you're still going to get it done. Can't control every circumstance perfectly, especially when there's a child involved. I'll be honest, guys, these children, they don't really care about your schedule. They don't care about your gym life. In my opinion, the main reason to stay on this fitness lifestyle when it may be much, much easier to just sack it off is that as your child grows, they're going to watch you go to the gym. They're going to watch you be dedicated to something. That doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be in there at 5 years of age getting jacked with you, but they're going to learn Daddy is a disciplined fucker, and I want to be a disciplined fucker too. Give yourself a flexible schedule where if things really do get in the way, you've got a day either side that you can get into the gym. But if it's just a case of, oh, I didn't sleep that well last night, I'm feeling a bit groggy, fuck off. Get up, get yourself in the gym, get something done, get some caffeine down you, it'll wake you up anyway, and get on with it, because it ain't about to get easier overnight. In fact, my little princess is 2 years old now, and she's exhausted me far more now than she did when she was 0 or 1. Last but not least, guys, this is a good one. My wife and I have had a hard time since our baby arrived. Mentally, we have both been struggling. We don't have much of a support system around us. Been through a lot of ups and downs. We're on the opposite side of the world on our own. It looks like I'm in paradise. Physically, I am in paradise, but at times it has felt pretty hellacious. Somebody said something to me that really fucking stuck. He said, if you're a shit version of yourself for you, you're going to be a shit version of yourself for them. And that is so fucking true. You have got to be a little bit selfish sometimes. Hey, Gudge. Here she is. Good girl. Hey, pull this up. Got sand all over you. She's here, she wants daddy. You've got to be a little bit selfish sometimes, guys. You've got to make time for yourself, because if you just sacrifice absolutely everything else and you're feeling like your life is literally getting away from you, you're not going to be happy. So what I did, I made time for myself at 4 a.m. Decided whilst these two are asleep, whilst this one and mummy are asleep, I'm going to get up and I'm going to do something for me. Stay on top of my... You okay? I decided every day I'm going to do something for me. And for me, that was the gym. For you, it might not be. For you, it might be to play tennis. For you, it might be to read a book. For you, it might be to masturbate 3 times back to back, first thing in the morning before 6 o'clock. Whatever it is, do it for yourself, because it's going to make you feel better. It's going to give you that self-worth. It's going to give you those endorphins, that happiness that you can then take into your fathering duties, whatever they may be. My days were long and difficult, to be honest, guys. It might sound like self-sabotage. Up in the gym at 4, I was going to work at 8, I was getting back at 7, I was fucking exhausted, I was spending time with my baby when I could, but I was absolutely drained out and I was hating life. Had I not been going to the gym, and had I literally been waking up 2 hours later, going to work, coming home feeling like shit, just literally giving my time to somebody else non-stop, not giving my time to my baby. Since we've got back here to Thailand, I have been able to create a much more balanced schedule. It involves fitness, that involves of course working, but also involves prioritizing my family life. And that is a selfish choice, not just by me, but by my wife too, in terms of we both wanted to do that because we knew if we were happier, we were going to be better parents. That might sound like a little bit of mumbo jumbo parental advice there, guys, but I apply that selfishness to fitness. You apply it to what the fuck you want. Focus on making yourself happy at least once a day, and if you do that, you're going to be much better at making your wife happy, and in this instance, most importantly, your children happy too, because they're going to have a fucking happy dad. Hope you've enjoyed this one, my fellow fitness dads. If you've got any fit dad advice, drop it in the comments down below. Please consider liking consider liking the video to support the channel. Subscribe if you want to see more of your boy, his bald head, his Jeffrey Dahmer glasses, and until the next one, guys, have a great day. Bye bye.